In this video, we are going to talk about Venus in Bharani Nakshatra, Padas, symbolism, and what are the effects when you have Venus in Bharani Nakshatra in your birth chart. So keep watching. Namaste and welcome to Pramanik Astrology channel. I'm your host Prasad Mahazani. Help you raise your vibrations and become your true self with the help of Vedic astrology. And if you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing. And if you want to learn Vedic astrology step by step, join my 3 hours free workshop wherein you will be able to read your own chart even if you have no prior background to Vedic astrology without spending thousands of dollars on Vedic astrology courses. Link is in the description. But if you want to join my 33 days Vedic astrology bootcamp, you can check out the link in the description as well. Let's move on to today's topic. Today we are talking about Venus in Bharani Nakshatra. What is Venus? We all know what Venus represents in Vedic astrology, but a quick summary of what Venus means. Venus is the planet of beauty, love, relationships, sexuality, appreciation, responses, companionship, and compassion. All these things can be seen with Venus in your birth chart. Venus also represents wife in a man's chart. Venus also represents luxuries and wealth in one's chart. And depending upon which house it rules, it has a different role to play in each person's life. For example, let's say Venus is the planet of wealth and all that is naturally signified by Venus. But let's say if it is ruling the 10th house, it means different than it is ruling, let's say, an ascendant or the 5th house or 9th house, 8th, 6th, and so on. Okay. For that, you have to go and watch my Ascendant series, which will help you to understand the planets even better. Venus in Bharani. So Venus is the planet of all the luxuries and comforts. What is Bharani Nakshatra? Bharani Nakshatra ranges from 13 degrees 20 minutes of Aries to 26 degrees 40 minutes of Aries. This complete nakshatra is into the sign of Aries, and Aries sign is ruled by Mars, which is neutral to Venus, but at the same time it is like a male-female dynamic into Mars and Venus. Mars is a planet which goes out and achieve what it wants, and Venus waits for the things to happen. Venus likes to create a team and make it happen, and Mars likes to go alone and achieve it. But at the same time, they have a neutral relationship with each other when we talk about the friendships of planet. But from the male and female dynamic into the Rashis, these two are compatible to each other. The symbol associated with the Bharani Nakshatra is womb, or the female reproduction organ. And the deity associated with this nakshatra is Yama. Yama is the son of the sun. He is the brother of Saturn. Okay, we have already seen these characters into the story of Sun and Sanjana. And Sun is the father of Yama. Yama has a deeper meanings to it. Yama is a deity which judges you after your death. Yama rules your death. Yama rules the death. He judges you. He judges the deeds written by Chitragupta and helps him with what kind of punishments you want to give this soul, or what are the achievements of this soul, and so on. All the calculation of Pap and Punya, the judgment is done by Yama. Yama, the other meaning of the Yama is self-control. So we should not confuse the Yama, the son of the sun, with the Dharma. These two are different things. They have some overlapping functionalities. Like Yama also judges you on the basis of Dharma. But that doesn't mean he is Dharma. Dharma is a different entity, identity, deity, and Yama is a different identity and deity. Yama is the one who rules Bharani Nakshatra. The symbol of the Bharani Nakshatra is the female reproduction organ, which represents birth. The planet of the planet which rules the death rules the nakshatra which represents life. What? Yes, Life and death are just two ends of the same journey. Death is not pleasant, but it's essential to have life. Life and death are one and the same. So the deity which is ruling the death has a symbolism of life. The literal meaning of the word Bharani is to bear, or is to support, or is to get something. It has the power of Bharan Shakti, which is bearing. And when we are born, that mother has to go through the pain. So what this Bharani Nakshatra teaches us is you have to undergo difficulties, you have to undergo pain to achieve something worthwhile in this life. So that mother goes through that pain to have his kid, to have her kid, and that kid has no idea about it. But that mother has to go through that pain. And that is Bharani Nakshatra. And when I started studying the Bharani Nakshatra, I was surprised why the planet of death is ruling the nakshatra of creation. So death is the death of the old things. Just like in Ardra, there are thunderstorm, everything gets destroyed, and then it is a Punarvasu and Pushya. Similarly, Bharani is the creative process, is the creative force, and that for that creative force, death is important. And that's why the ruler of the creative nakshatra like Bharani is Yama, the god of the death. Always remember this, life and death are not different. Now, let's understand what happens when Venus comes into the nakshatra of Bharani. The planet of abundance and all the good things, the benefic planet comes into the nakshatra, which is about sexuality. The planet of pleasures and intercourse and sex and marriage comes into the nakshatra of sexuality. These people have better understanding of sexuality, their own sexuality and sexuality as a subject as well. They have a deeper understanding about sexuality. Let's say if you have a person with Venus in Bharani Nakshatra, he will know how to make love better than a lot of other people. Naturally, they understand what their partner want, how they can make their partner feel good about making love. And on the downside, when Venus comes into the nakshatra of Bharani, they have to be careful with sexual indulgence. They might indulge with someone which is not at the same social status or same level of consciousness and understanding, and that can create a problem in relationships. Just for the sake of indulgence, these people should not jump into the sexual indulgence. They have to be really careful, because Venus is the planet which is the guru of the asuras. So when a planet which is a guru to asura comes into the nakshatra of creation and sexuality, it creates luxuries around them. Asuras are not bad people. Asuras are the people who are material and they want the heaven on the earth. They have the desires. And that's why Asuras are ruled by or guided by the Venus, which is the planet of desires. Now that planet of desires is coming into the nakshatra of Bharani, the creation. Okay, so these people have to be really careful when it comes to indulgences. Now, another thing, the planet of marriage comes into the nakshatra of gains and creation. So these people, when these people have a good relationship, they have gains in their material life as well. They get a lot of opportunities to make more money. They get opportunities to get big money. The planet of relationship, Venus, is also the planet of wealth. And Bharani is the creative force. So when they get involved or they get married to someone, they have better opportunities in life. The planet of luxury comes into the nakshatra of bearing. So these people are particular about their luxuries, especially in their home environment. They're particular about the kind of environment and luxurious environment they seek. So they always look for this luxurious environment in their home. When we are talking about Bharani, the theme of the Bharani, along with the creativity and bearing, is the unexpected things, is about the sudden things. Death is nothing but you have no future. You just die. And there is no future. That is a sudden event. And that's why it is represented by the 8th house, Scorpio, and Bharani. So when the planet of relationship comes into the nakshatra of sudden things and unexpected things, it shows these people have some unexpected challenges in their relationship. Those challenges can be small, big, doesn't matter, but they will have challenges which they were not expecting, unexpected challenges in the relationship. Or maybe the planet of art comes into the nakshatra of creation. These people are very good with arts. People find it difficult to understand how Bharani, the planet or the nakshatra ruled by Yama, can be artistic, because it is Dasha ruled by Venus, and more so, they have the ability to understand art better. So this nakshatra has 4 padas: Leo, Virgo, Libra, and Scorpio. The Libra Navamsha, the Libra pada, the 3rd pada is Pushkar Navamsha, and the 4th pada is Ashtamamsha. We'll talk about it. Let's talk about the first pada of Bharani Nakshatra, Leo. When Venus comes into the Leo Nakshatra, it feels good about it. Though it is a fiery sign ruled by Sun and fiery sign ruled by Mars, Venus loves to be into this creative field. Venus loves and feels at home when he is into the creative Leo sign, into this Bharani Nakshatra. Okay, and the Leo sign is, the Leo pada is amazing pada in all the other padas. Okay, so I love Venus in this pada. It's very good for relationships and creativity of that person. The second pada of this nakshatra goes into Virgo, and this is where Venus gets debilitated. And you have to understand why Venus gets debilitated into the sign of Virgo, and why it gets exalted into the sign of Pisces, which is like a sign of Jupiter, which is more spiritual, wise, and why the planet of wealth and indulgence gets exalted there. So when Venus comes into the Virgo pada, Venus is the planet of love, and Virgo is the sign of analysis, and love is blind. So love is blind. So Venus doesn't like analysis. He just wants to fall in love, wants to be with the person they love. They just want to be with them. They don't understand analysis, what is their age, social status, and all those things hardly matters when you are in love. Okay, and that's what makes it blind. And Virgo is analysis. He would look for the person. He would look for what that person stands for, and so many other things, which makes it impossible to love anyone. And that's why Venus gets debilitated into the sign of Virgo. So Venus is not comfortable into this second pada. Third pada of this nakshatra goes into Libra, which is Pushkar Navamsha, which gives strength to this Venus. Venus comes into its own sign of Libra, which is balance, and which somewhat balance the unexpected nature of Bharani, and it brings down balance and harmony into otherwise unexpected events into this pada. And Venus feels at home and does great with respect to relationship, other people, and even in business. The fourth pada of this nakshatra goes into Scorpio. It's Ashtamamsha. What is Ashtamamsha? When a pada is 8th from the Rashi. For example, this is Aries sign and the Scorpio pada. So the Scorpio is 8th Rashi or 8th houses away from Aries. So it's Ashtamamsha for Aries. So when a planet is in Aries Scorpio, it is in the Ashtamamsha. What are the effects of Ashtamamsha? Is it that bad? I am going to die. What is going to happen? Okay. Always remember, don't be afraid of astrology. Astrology should inspire you. Even if you have the worst planetary alignments, these alignments should inspire you to do better, to understand your weakness, to work on them, and get the best out of this life. Don't be afraid of any of the planetary alignment, and don't judge your chart by just one placement. There are so many placements. There are counter placements which are nullifying the effects and so on, like Nichabanga and so many things we have no idea about. So I get so many messages and so many comments. Oh, I have Venus in the 8th house. Is my partner going to die? And I'm like, seriously, please don't be afraid of it. We are talking about Venus in the Ashtamamsha. What happens here? What is Ashtamamsha? Ashtamamsha, we talked about it. It also has the vibes of the 8th house, the Scorpio, which is about unexpected things, which is about sudden things, and more so, it is also about the death and rebirth. So whenever Venus comes in here, these people are thinking about the deeper meanings of the life. Why I'm thinking about the mystical things, occult things, even when I have everything in my life. It makes you think. When you have everything in your life, that makes you think about life in a deeper way. When you need money, money is your God. You just want money. When you have everything, then you start living your life, and then you understand having money is nothing. But before that, you have to get enough of it. So when Venus, the planet of wealth, comes into the Ashtamamsha, it goes deeper into the 8th house things. The only thing which can be predicted about the Ashtamamshas is the unexpected things. So the unexpected or the sudden behavior of Bharani, the nature of the Bharani, is at the peak into the 4th pada of this nakshatra when Venus comes in here. So these people have a lot of ups and downs in relationships, or may have a sudden challenge or sudden even a good period in relationships. So yes, this was Venus in Bharani Nakshatra, as much as I could hold, grasp and share with you guys. If you want to learn Vedic astrology step by step, join my 33 days Vedic astrology bootcamp. Or if you want to watch my free workshop, link is in the description. Spare 3 hours. It's a 3 hours workshop. It's a masterclass in itself. Go and watch it. Sending you tons of positive energy, sending you high vibrations. See you in the next videos. Love and peace. Namaste.